Hello everyone out there on the internet, I am Jack of all trades and we're here for Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia. This is Season 7, Episode 13, A Chain of Events Across the Ages. Okay. From that title, I'm assuming we're going to get primarily cutting back and forth between the Shigaraki and All For One fights. That just makes sense. Maybe some more All For One backstory. It could be interesting before he rewinds himself to nothing and ceases to exist, except from the vestige within Tomura. Which the voices within Tomura are getting a bit chaotic. There's quite a few of them, some showing themselves that haven't shown themselves in a long time. It's going to be interesting. Speaking of interesting with Shigaraki, Deku just arrived, and Bakugo is lying dead on the ground. I am confident Edgeshot is going to manage to resuscitate him. I don't feel like we're going to properly kill him off, because and I've noticed this. I've watched a few other people's reactions to that episode and the subsequent one. I don't know if I'm just too detached from Bakugo, and I think I have been for a while. I never came around to sort of liking him until after the Bakugo and Deku fight in Season 3. Like, he's an interesting character, he's fun, I like him, but he wasn't a favourite of mine among the rest of 1A. Speaking of the rest of 1A, hopefully we start getting this Shoji and Spinner stuff that they've been teasing throughout the OPs and EDs all season, because I know this is a shorter season, and there's, 6 episodes left? I feel like we're running out of time to cover a lot of ground. Especially given that this is all but confirmed to be the penultimate season. Yeah. A lot to do. That said, I'm ready to roll right into this one. As usual, keep the comments spoiler free. Here's the clip of everything I know, and you're free to discuss. In terms of my familiarity with the series, I have watched the entire anime up to this episode, of course. I have read the entire manga up to the end of chapter 328, which is the end of volume 33. I have seen the first 3 My Hero Academia movies. I have read the Ultra Analysis guidebook. I have read the first 6 volumes of the light novel series My Hero Academia School Briefs, and I have read all 15 volumes of the prequel spin-off series My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which was great. That is everything I know. That is what I'm going to be drawing from in my reaction, so possible spoilers for any of that content, which also means that is all fair game for you to discuss in the comments down below. Anything beyond that, don't want to hear it, 3, 2, 1, play. And there is still the Toga fight as well going on. And the Derby fight. Derby's gotten back up. Octo Island. Yep, the stadium. None I specifically recognize. Yeah, and there's this guy. Yes, they're trying to free Gigantomachia. And another group's trying to free Kurogiri. Yeah. This is all recap, but it's cool. Oh, and last episode we got that amazing All For One line. I can't look cool if I'm naked. Which is an excellent point to remind you, the footage I am watching, I am streaming this on Crunchyroll, I am watching with the official subtitles, but the subtitles in the bottom corner that I have scraped together may not necessarily be the official translation. Into the OP. Dun, 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 dun. It looks like we're finally getting that Deku vs Shigaraki rematch this episode. That's the only fight that we didn't, cut to before the OP. All Might, Kamino, yeah. We haven't really seen All Might this season. I don't think. Which is weird, because he was such, a pivotal character in the early seasons, and Deku was getting to grips with One For All. But since the battle, the decisive fight against All For One previously, he has been on the back seat, and I'm so glad he didn't die. But we don't see him much anymore, which I feel like is a shame. It's always sweet when we see him and the other teachers, taking care of Eri, or doing other things around campus. But The campus is kind of getting smashed up to fuck now. More recap, yeah. Oh! Nice! Oh, okay. Previous episode, it did look like more than one structure to be, the UA coffin in the sky. Instead, it's Star's friends. Aw. Nice. Get him there faster. Our little sis. Aw. Cool. Cool. Okay. Aw, nice. Nice. That's how we got there so fast. And Mandalay realized that he was incoming and let Lemillion know we just need to stall him for 20 seconds or 2 seconds, however long it was. Which was enough time for them to lower the barrier and then throw it back up behind him. Deku to get in. Yeah. Okay, so they shut down the barrier, he burst through. Get it back up, get it back up. Come on, come on, come on, keep him here. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, he did a lot of damage there. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Fajin. Right, yeah. Yep, nice. Good. That was too fucking close, though. Oh, yeah. Fuck that edit with that triumphant music right before just cutting it there. And the card lying beside him. It's so fucking on the nose. I love it. Oh, Midoriya's VA's doing great here. That high-pitched, like, whine is like gasps. Oh, we're gonna use all the quirks at once. The smoke. Oh! Oh, yeah, Luke getting angry. Black Whip, of course, yeah. But there's still that other quirk. There's still that other quirk we don't know about. Aww. It's like Katara and Aang going into the Avatar state for the first time. Yep, yep. I agree, I think he probably will. That is the outlook that Mirio, who Night Eye saw to be All Might's successor. That's that mentality we need. Yeah. Yeah. As cool as it would be for Deku to lose control and just fucking go ham on Shigaraki, I kind of don't want it. Oh, yeah, like I was saying, we another symbol of peace. Like, Lemillion is so fucking good. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Go Mirio. Fuck yes. Oh, and the two of them can team up. Oh, I'm here for this. Oh. But with his pupils in it now, or his irises, he's more in control of this. I like the almost fiery look to the green energy here now on him. Oh, that's cool. A chain of events across the ages. Does he fully identify us all for one now? Hmm. Okay. I like the Black Whip scarf. That's very cool looking. Yes, about not having friends, yeah. You brought Tomura out. You brought... Yeah. And again, the very different vocal performance. Shigaraki's Japanese VA has been doing phenomenal this whole season. Not this whole season, this whole show, with the different types of voices he gives to each sort of version. And also, because his quirks are being erased, he does heal naturally, as anyone does. You get a cut, you will just heal it over time. Not perfectly, but you will. His quirks are still being erased. He doesn't have, like, a great healing factor right now. Yeah. That reminder for... Oh my god! Oh my... Yeah. But that reminder, before Nana and Deku discussed this with the rest of the previous wielders, we don't want to kill him. If we can help it. So that moment of he's still in there. Nice little reminder of what we're fighting for. Is to save him. Ooh, make it like a chain? Fajin. Ah, nice! Okay, yeah, stacking quirks. That's always been one of the strong suits of My Hero, is introducing all these great superpowers and just showing how they interact with one another. All for one, previously, of course, if I can spring like bones and rivets and shock absorption, all these quirks and stacking them and using them together. Deku can do that too. Of course he can. Why not? Okay. Second transmission. Ooh. Like shifting gears? Second gear. Okay. Suck it, Luffy? I guess? Fucking gear 5? What? The sound's coming later. Huh? What? Ah, play that JoJo music. Okay. Oh, it looks so cool. Ah, it's very reminiscent. Ooh, fuck, go beyond, plus ultra. Oh my gosh, that animation. Oh, I want the Blu-ray of that where they didn't dim it. That was spectacular, Sakuga. Oh, I like that it's all for one's hands over Shigaraki's eyes there. It's good. Yeah, this other wielder. Gear shift was his quirk. Okay. Should only change the speed of what you touch. Should only work on small objects. Okay. Why is he crying here? See, he was thrown off by how strong that quirk had become because of the stockpiling of One for All down the line, right? I can see you people. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't quite get the explanation of how gear shift works. I'm sure they'll explain it again. If not, I will jump back and check it again after this episode. Oh, you beauty! Oh. I say run, we say run, you say run. God damn. I need to put this drink out of the way before I knock it over. Okay. And those are like support items for it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. We introduced New Order at the start of this season, these kind of reality rewriting powers. This isn't to that same extreme, but fucking hell. He's at 120%, a quintuple Detroit smash. Huh. Oh, fuck. That's not fair. Yeah. It's a quirk you should be familiar with. I like that he's like changing the gear with like his other arm as if it's a gear stick. That's just a fun visual. Yep. 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 Ah, makes sense. You using them to like bounce off each other and like stacking up the power while you're using the gear shift. Oh. Oh, actually seeing them all, we've always just seen All Might and occasionally like Nana passing it on, but seeing Banjo and N and the others as well. Oh, that feels so culminative. Oh, look at that. Look at that rainbow! Look at that rainbow! Oh, yeah. Oh, getting everyone to a safe distance. Headshot, Genist. I feel like this has to end this fight. Whoa! Oh, it's just like muscular, like he's gonna punch through it. Through like that whole arm. Oh. How long has it been since they've played Yusei Run? I can only clench my jaw so much. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that was cool. I wish I was watching this on the big screen. That felt like it was from one of the movies, man. The Sakugo wasn't quite on par with some of the movies, but that was fucking brilliant visuals. The young man with the round eyes. Yeah. We were also warning in previous episodes against using gear shift, that it should be like a last resort. So I'm curious if there's some drawback to it yet that we haven't discussed. If it's like overclock in Vigilantes or something, perhaps, with like a major, very logical but major drawback to super speed. All for One's voice coming back in. Oh! His body's still, like, adapting. We haven't gotten to final boss mode yet. The series of events that have led to this episode title. Spinner. Is Spinner his wild card here? If Spinner and the other heteromorphs can get to Kurogiri and get Kurogiri out, he is... Shirakumo is in there, but Kurogiri is a robotic, programmed... He's a Nomu, loyal to All for One and Tomura. If he gets out, he can just warp people in and out, and yeah, it would be kind of fucked. Yeah, because all they need, if that is from what they showed there, if All for One is relying on, or the All for One vestige in Tomura is relying on Spinner to free Kurogiri, the moment Kurogiri is free, I don't think you would instinctively know where All for One and where everyone else is, because it's not like All for One's warping and Kurogiri's warping are very different. But Kurogiri's warping is just from place to place. All for One's is person dependent. But if he can warp to Tomura or open a portal at Tomura, Tomura can just step through, close it, even if like Deku were to follow him through that warp gate, Eraser and Monoma would no longer be watching him. He'd be able to heal, he'd be able to use all his quirks. That would be bad. Okay. So I think I got the gist of Gear Shift. I'm going to jump back to just double check it. The moment of Deku freaking out and then Lemillion coming in and calming him down. Brilliant. Fantastic. This is a really solid as fuck episode. My understanding is the original wielder had this quirk that would let him touch an object, something small, usually. I'm imagining it like Yagani's Poltergeist. It was like, oh, it's small objects, or like as long as it's collectively up to the mass of like an average person. But you can do it to small objects. Can like use the support items he had to like fire them, but then can adjust the speed of the object, the gear that it's traveling at, and it's like not affected by inertia and stuff. So let me just check exactly how they explained it in the moment. If you don't defeat him within 5 minutes, you would lose. Okay, so there's a 5-minute limit. I missed that. And then is suddenly in front of him, so fast that Shigaraki didn't even see him like move in. But we do see the after images like trailing off him. It's reminiscent of, but not exactly the same because of like color reasons, with Deku having so many quirks and them all being different colored anyway, just to keep track of which is which. But it reminds me a bit of Cyberpunk Edge Runners David Martinez with the like after images of using the Sandevistan trailing off behind him. It's a fun effect. He's just there and delivers a punch. Fourth gear. It's not like Twin Impact. It's not the same impact over and over again though. He's like actively punching repeatedly. I love the like 4 separate shockwaves though, like breaking the sound barrier. That's great. Oh, the sound's coming later because he's moving so fast. Right, okay, it's like fireworks. You see the explosion before you hear it. Deku's moving at the speed of light-ish, or near it. He's moving faster than the speed of sound. With this gear shift. And the 5-minute limit is why he couldn't use it earlier, because he then wouldn't be able to use it now. But he shifts again, and boom, is behind Shigaraki. Again, the moving after images trailing off is very cyberpunk. I like it a lot. I'm curious if that was at all inspiration for it, because I'm sure in the manga that it would have been drawn with like the after images, you know, Deku, image. But what they've done is that they have Deku, and then the images are moving like back along the path that he came from, which is like I've only ever seen that before in Edge Runners, so I feel pretty confident that was a direct inspiration for the animators here. But Deku using 120% out of 100. I love that they call that out. But that quirk that's worthless as a pea shooter was stockpiled upon and built upon and built upon and built upon and passed on and passed on and passed on through One for All to be this fucking craziness. And I do love that the fight is delivering such strong impacts. Like the one where Shigaraki jumps and the whole coffin knocks. It's fucking crazy. And then we do You Say Run. And it's fucking great. And we see all the previous wielders passing it along. Gear Shift, which originally worked on small objects, has expanded to include the ability to work on objects cell by cell. And Shigaraki tries anticipating him, but then he's like slows himself down. It's so good. And Shigaraki using the All Might, the Deku, the One for All move of a punch not meant to hit, or perhaps that was meant to hit, but a punch that like changes the wind direction and everything. Where there's the pressure of the punch is so strong. But Deku slowed himself down. He lowered the gear so that he wouldn't be close enough to hit by the time he threw the punch, and then speed back up again. Okay, I do want us to go into the drawback of this. Seemingly, maybe it didn't originally have that 5-minute whatever drawback prior, with just the second wielder using it. I don't know, that's not entirely clear. What the 5 minutes and the drawback of this quirk needs to be fully explained. I'm sure we're going to get that next week. That's fine. I can wait. This was fantastic. But it seems like Shigaraki isn't down yet. He's still got another boss form to go, something coming out of his chest. Let's see where this goes. And then, yes, some spinner stuff, hopefully. Next week as well. Give us that spinner and shoji stuff. Like, this is great, but you keep teasing the spinner and shoji thing. You've been teasing it since, like, the first episode of this season with that OP and that ED. I hope they're not overhyping it, but I'm here for whatever they do. It just feels like there's been a lot of build-up out with the story itself. So I'm curious if, say, reading the manga, when you get to next episode, like next chapter with this fight presumably actually going to happen, there wasn't a ton of imagery and foreshadowing and parallels between those two characters previously, because it just wasn't in the show previously. But the OPs and EDs have been showing this, and hey, this is, yeah, these two. So perhaps there were less expectations going into that fight. I'm already talking negatively about this fight, but it hasn't even happened yet. So I'm going to shut up. Hopefully it'll be really good, but also hopefully it hasn't been overhyped. I've been Jack of all Trades. I can't wait to see that. I'm going to have to, though. You're going to have to, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Till then, bye.